Hello, Year 4. This is your class text video for today. We're going to carry on reading our class text, obviously, The Horrible Histories, Rotten Romans. Yesterday, we started reading a chapter about what Roman life was like for children. I wonder whether you feel that you're glad that you are not living in Roman times, because some of the jobs and some of the way that some of the children were treated back then is very different, and obviously probably a lot worse back then than we are today. So today we are looking at rotten Roman stories. Now, these are stories that were told during the time of the Romans, and children probably would have heard these stories, whether they were at school or whether they were told these stories by family or friends, or so I'm going to read you a few of the stories that they may have heard during the Roman times. So, the Romans knew some pretty rotten stories of gods, graves, and guts. Their own gods were a bit boring, but then they heard the stories of the Greek gods. Those gods were so much more like interesting people. So the Romans pinched the Greek legends and made their own stories, like that of Prometheus. The eagle has landed again and again and again. The fat, feathered fiend landed on the rock and looked at the man who lay chained next to it. The bird's beak was as hooked as a hairpin. His great golden eyes glinted in the harsh sun. "Caw! Stone the crows! What a tasty sight!" he croaked. If he had lips, he would have licked them. Instead, he licked his beak. The young prisoner lifted his head wearily. He was a handsome young man, with nothing on but a loin cloth. He squinted through the fierce sun and glared at the bird. "Push off!" he snapped. A loin cloth is basically just like a towel, really, and he only had that covering his around his waist. The bird hopped from one hot foot to another. "Hey, that's no way to speak to me! I'll have you know I'm an eagle, king of the birds." "Sorry, I'm sure," the man sneered. "I should have said, 'Push off, your highness.'" The eagle shrugged. "No need to be offensive. I'm only doing my job, and a bird's got to do what a bird's got to do. And I'm tired of every sparrow on Mount Olympus stopping off here to gawp and stare." The prisoner spat. The bird breathed in deeply and ruffled its breast feathers importantly. "I am here on a mission. Some old geezer at the top of the mountain sent me." "The gods live at the top of the mountain," the man said. "Yeah, well, some old god sent me then. Big guy with long white hair and a bushy great beard. Zeus, bless you. Anyway," he said, "fly down there and you'll see young Prometheus chained to a rock." The eagle went on. "That's me. They've brought me the news that the great god Zeus has forgiven me. I'm to be set free? Nah, the old guy told me to fly down here and eat your liver." "Eat my liver?" the young god groaned. "Well, I didn't argue, did I?" The eagle chuckled. "I like a bit of fresh liver, especially when it's fried with a few onions." "You'll kill me," Prometheus cried. "Nah, you're immortal. You'll live a long time yet." The bird cackled. The god blinked and sweat ran into his eye. "You'll hurt me," he sniffed. "That can't be helped," the bird croaked and took a step towards his victim. "You must have done something pretty bad to deserve this." Prometheus sighed and looked towards the sun. "Once I could move through the air, just like you, and one day I flew up to the sun itself. I brought its fire back down to earth." "Good thing too, otherwise I'd have to eat your liver raw." The eagle chuckled nastily. The young god went on. "I gave it to the humans to use." "Sounds fair enough to me," the eagle admitted. "Ah, but Zeus told me not to give the fire to the humans. He was furious. My punishment is to be chained to the mountainside." "And to have your liver eaten again," the eagle reminded him. "Must you?" Prometheus groaned. "Caw, stone the crows. You're supposed to be a hero, ain't you? Well, stop whinging and let me get my dinner." The bird lunged forward and Prometheus screamed. When it was over, the bird gripped the dripping liver in its talons and opened its wings. Mounting air lifted it gently off to the mountainside, and the eagle soared upwards. "See you tomorrow, Promy," it cried. "Tomorrow?" Prometheus screamed. What bit of me are you going to eat tomorrow?" "Same again," the eagle cawed. "That's the worst bit of punishment. Your liver grows back. I'll come back tomorrow and eat it again, and the next day and the next, until the end of time. Bye for now." That's actually true. Your liver does grow back, if anyone wanted to know that. Prometheus twisted his head to look at his side. There wasn't a mark to show the eagle's work. And every day the eagle returned, day after day, month after month, and year after year, until one day, "Hello there, Prom," the eagle called happily as it clattered down onto the sun-warmed rock. "Hello, Eddie," Prometheus grinned. The eagle took a step back. You look happy this morning, Prom." The young god nodded happily. There was a gleam of pure nastiness in his eyes. Suddenly, his hand shot forward and he grabbed the bird around the neck. "Hawk!" it squawked. "Your chains!" "Ah, a friend of mine came along and snapped them for me." Prometheus smiled, and his grip on the eagle's neck tightened. A huge man stepped from behind the rock. He had muscles that rippled like the waves of the sea. "Meet Hercules, the greatest hero ever to walk the earth." "Oh, pleased to meet you, Herc," the eagle gasped. If you just let go of me, Prom, I'll get off back to me nest." "You're going nowhere," Prometheus promised. "Nah, I was getting sick of liver anyway," the big bird said weakly. "Hercules is going to kill you," Prometheus said calmly. Look, Promy, mate, old pal, there was nothing personal, you know. I was only doing my job. Stone the crows, a bird's got to do what a bird's got to..." His words were choked off with Prometheus's tight hand. He ignored the eagle's words. "But before I let Hercules kill you, guess what I'm going to do?" "Me liver?" guessed the bird. Prometheus nodded. "Oh, no, Promy, it will taste nasty. Yuck. Honest, really sour." "Ah, but you're forgetting one thing, Eddie. There's nothing in this world that tastes so sweet as revenge." So, well, there's a story that the Roman children would have listened to. Very different to our normal bedtime stories, isn't it? Of Goldilocks and the Three Bears, let's say, for example. Even though that, well, did you know the founders of Rome, Romulus and Remus, were supposed to have been left to die on a hillside? A she-wolf adopted them, and when they grew up, Romulus killed Remus and created Rome, named after Romulus, of course. If he hadn't, then this book may have been called The Rotten Remans. Could be true. Okay, we're going to stop there for today. So we've got up to our next chapter now, called Rotten Romans, Fun and Games, and you're going to listen to that on Monday next week. Have a good weekend, guys. I really hope you enjoy your weekend. Make sure you rest, and well, hopefully the weather stays nice, or we may get a bit of snow. Enjoy yourself, whatever you do, and stay safe, of course. That's your number one priority. Right, see you later. Bye-bye.